2020 Host of the Year.
I think that one kind of depends on how you look at it. Because I think some people would look at it and say, like,
lost.
Wow. This one is 2020 Guest of the Year. Our top 5 fans are...
when have I ever had only 11 girlfriends?
Although when Ben is on the show, he is rather entertaining.
Ben and I have different styles.
Yes, I love it. Hello. Welcome back to There's Noel in Podcast, the podcast by the people, for the people. I'm your host, Matt, and today I'm joined by my co-host, Morgan.
Oh, that's me.
That's you. Hello. And we also have with me Ben.
Welcome.
That was weird. And Luke.
Hello.
Welcome back, guys. You can check us out on YouTube at Noel Experience. You could also listen to us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you watch your podcast. Feel free to join the movement, or on Instagram at Noel Experience. For this episode, we've got one that we've been trying to get together to do for a long time, probably for like a month now or 6 weeks. And it is the awards episode. So earlier this year, if you don't follow us on Instagram, you need to, or else you won't be able to take part in these quizzes / awards or whatever. But we put up some stories with multiple different categories to vote on, and we're basically doing the TNIP, aka There's Noel in Podcast Awards. Kind of like the Golden Globes, but much more prestigious.
Much more prestigious.
Correct. Anyway, so before we actually get into that, we just have one request. If you could pause the episode, go over to Apple Music, bring up There's Noel in Podcast page, scroll to the bottom, and hit rate us. Now, we won't tell you what to rate us, 5 stars, but you can leave us a rating, and you can also write a review. If you make it funny, you can say whatever you want. We'll read them all on the podcast next time, if there's any, hopefully.
Well, I wouldn't make them bad. That negatively affects our Google search engine optimization, so it would have a big impact.
Yeah, so we would really appreciate anything above...
above 4 and I'll take it. Thank you.
No, but seriously, if you all don't mind, leave us a rating. It actually helps us out a lot, both on the platform, but also just for us to know if you guys are enjoying it and whatnot. So yeah, as I said, today is going to be the awards, more prestigious than the Golden Globes. They range from the 2020 Host of the Year to the 2020 Guest of the Year, and most likely to be cancelled, which we kind of alluded to in the last episode. Check that out if you missed that one. And we'll round off the episode by discussing our top 5 listeners, and they're voted by us.
You can knock me down, but you can't keep me out.
As being a good host, which I'm clearly not doing right now, I went on Dr. Google and I looked up what you need to have a successful award show. And according to
So
Google,
I've seen this on The Office. Does anybody catch that reference?
I definitely know what you mean.
Michael Scott trying to do his awards.
I haven't watched
I know who
Office.
does better.
Probably
Michael
that
Scott.
dude. Yeah. So according to Google, you need 4 main things: location, award ceremony production, number 2, a good host, number 3, and excellent entertainment, number 4. So I'll go through those quickly. Location. Well, there's no better place than the TNIP headquarters, aka the studio. It even has our name on it and everything. Our hashtag. Woohoo! The next one up is you need a good host. And, well, I pretty much failed at that already. Yeah, I forgot Ben's soundboard.
What episode was that? I think it's when we did it via Zoom, but there was an episode where we had to get Ben to do like the clapping from the...
Oh, yes.
I completely missed
my guy
cue.
missed all of
every
them.
Cue, every cue.
Anyway, so we currently have one of the 2 requirements. What's the third?
The next one is the award ceremony production, which I had to Google, but it means the set design, the sound, the video, and the lighting. Lights are on.
Lights pretty good, yeah.
The camera's on, hopefully. I can't tell from here. The set is designed. It has our name on it.
We all got shirts on.
Yeah, we have our shirts on. Shout out Chloe again.
Yeah.
We have both versions of the shirt as well. And yeah, next up is entertainment. And I think between the 4 of us, we provide enough of that to last the night.
So we got 2 of the 4.
So
I guess that's good enough.
3 of the 4. So we have 3/4 of a good production of an award show. So before we even start,
We're off to a great
We're off.
start.
Yeah. All right. So the first award, and how we're gonna do this is I'm gonna call the award out. We'll say who we think should win out of the four of us, and then we'll say who actually won. It's purely based off of our Instagram poll back in December. So the first one, which I guess is one of the bigger ones, 2020 Host of the Year. So
I think that one kind of depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Because I think some people would look at it and say like,
lost.
wow.
I can't remember who won this one, but fair enough. It depends, because you could look at the host as like who's the funniest on the show, or you could look at the host as like who
Yeah, I
takes,
want to look at it like that.
or who like takes care of the most things.
Yeah, for sure.
go- like on the show, right?
Completely agree. Like a host can carry the whole conversation in whatever direction, make
Yeah.
sure no one's doing anything. So it's different.
Although it might be skewed to someone with the last name of Noel.
Yeah.
Who named the show? You know, that kind of stuff. As I'm not voting for myself, I'll vote for Morgan.
I'll vote for me too.
All right, that's two.
I'm gonna go for Matt.
Yeah, Matt.
All right, that's a split vote. So it's down to the people. All right, so I guess the 2020 Host of the Year is me. Woo!
I figured.
Let's go.
All right, don't pat yourself on the back.
Yeah, so we actually had, do some quick maths here quick,
Oh boy.
32 votes, which actually,
You get that
I'm
award
happy with
tonight
that.
too.
Yeah, quick maths of the
Quick
year.
maths award.
Are we gonna
Yeah.
take his word for that, or are we gonna chat his maths?
We got 32 votes, which I'm actually pretty happy with.
Yeah.
And it was 22 to 6 to 2 to 1, so I kind of walked away with that. So next up, most entertaining host.
I think this one is less up to interpretation. Like
Think so?
just most entertaining. Like who makes you laugh the most?
Well, it could be like who says the most dumb stuff, like me, or it could be who actually makes the most comedic references. I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
go with Morgan on this one because he has this like brilliant mind that's very quick, and then he'll catch you off guard with a great joke.
Yeah.
I like to think I'm witty. It's
Yeah,
my
you do like to think that.
it's my redeeming quality.
Yeah, I would go for Morgan as well. He would go for himself. We know him.
I won't be humble. I'll go for myself.
Yeah, I'd have to say Morgs too. Although when Ben is on the show, he is rather entertaining.
Ben and I have different styles.
Yes, I love it.
Mine is very deliberate. Ben is purely on accident.
I trip up on myself a lot.
Unintentional. Well, it's down to the people, and the people have decided it's Morgan. Congrats, you are 2020's most entertaining host. Well done, Morgs.
Thanks. Like thank my parents, but mostly myself.
The next one, most professional host.
Oh, this definitely can't be me.
So,
Rule out
I
Ben too.
suggest a clean sweep like last time.
Yeah, I don't think this one's
I'll
up
say
for
Matt to
debate.
start it, go for it.
yeah, I vote myself.
If I was a
Matt.
betting man and I don't believe in gambling, I'd put my money on Matt.
Yes, I won that one.
Shocking. The
Winner
amount
of
of
the
time.
one-horse race.
What's kind of funny is Morgan didn't even come second.
Well, I hope not. The amount of episodes we go through, right, and we have to pause, and Matt goes, "Morgan, you can't say that."
I'm gonna have to edit that out, man.
And then the
I'll
next
fix it
day,
in post.
yeah, and then the next day I get a message. I really had to fix it, boy. I had to save you.
So Ben is actually second, Luke third, Morgan fourth.
Well,
So
it shows our like the voting
Our
is
lineup.
unbiased.
yeah, correct. So that was most professional. We have most blunders,
Oh,
which if it was voted after tonight, it might be me. But
Yeah, for sure.
it's actually a tie.
I would hope Ben won this.
It's a tie between me and you, unfortunately. I thought I did a good job of cutting out blunders out, but I guess not.
So it depends on how you look at it, right? If you do it on an average basis, like
Definitely Ben.
cumulatively, we have the most because we've been on the most
Yeah,
episodes.
for sure.
But that's like 2 an episode, right? Ben out here with 8 in one episode. He's just lucky he was on one episode.
Well, Ben was actually voted the least likely to be blunderous. That's
So
not a word.
they're unbiased. Sorry, I mean they're biased.
Yeah, they're biased now, but only when it suits, not you.
Stop the count.
Right, so most blunders is a tie between Morgan and I, followed by Luke, then Ben. Next up, we have,
So I won that one, right?
well, for sure. Most inappropriate comments.
Hey.
Shocker. I'm
Hmm,
gonna
I
go for
wonder-
Luke.
Yeah, it's definitely not Luke. I
So it's
think
Ben.
this one's a
Well,
clean sweep.
Again,
as
that
well.
depends on if you include all of what was cut out or not.
True.
Yeah,
True.
exactly.
So if we're voting on it, I
If
think
he included what was cut out, Luke, I still think it's a clean
Yeah.
sweep.
Morgan still win
True.
that one, and he won according to the listeners. Morgan blew away. the
Blow it away. Oh
competition.
my goodness.
Blow away, blunder as blah blah blue.
I don't know what the hell's wrong with me tonight.
Been
Honorable
twisting your tongue up a
mentions.
lot recently, or
I'm not even touching that with a 5-foot pole.
Because I could call her name.
Whoa!
she getting on a word?
Okay, Ben.
Okay. So
What was the votes actually?
It was,
Quite interested.
13 for Morgan,
Oh, that's not too bad.
4 for me, 4 for Ben, and 2 for Luke.
Jeez.
So
I thought it was closer.
it's good to note that the voting declined after 2020 hosted year. I think people got bored. But anyway. Next up is most likely to be cancelled,
Wow.
which actually is a close. It's within 2 votes of 2 people, and I'm not one of them. So who we saying? We announced it last.
Morgan.
Yeah, we announced it last episode. But who's second?
Whoever came second, you're going to feel ashamed. You're really out here saying the wrong things.
I probably go for myself. Just probably haven't been as many episodes.
Yeah, you have a race with me and Ben. Much like the foot race.
Slow. So I'm gonna take my time to read this out. No, but it was Luke. Luke with 6. Morgan
Goodness,
with 8.
Luke.
Yeah.
You're really saying the wrong things.
Clearly.
Or not enough for the ratings.
Different perspective.
Why would you ever say
So
the right
Morgan
things?
is most likely to be cancelled, which is why he was cancelled last episode. If you haven't watched that one, check it out. Plug.
Wait. On that topic, how did you find your impersonation, Morgs?
Oh yeah, true.
Awful.
You need to watch the introduction at least of the last episode where Ben pretended to be Morgan and said some quite mean things about him. What's that works?
This is Morgan. I'm 5'11", not 6 foot. I have 11 girlfriends, but definitely no wife. And yeah, it's Morgan.
When have I ever had only 11 girlfriends?
Only.
I've never even had 2.
Right, so the next one is the best storyteller. And that's again between us 4. I can say this is the first poll of all of them that someone got 0 votes.
Really? I figured this one's pretty close, so.
It is close. It's within 1 vote.
Okay. So,
So who you voting for? I know.
I'd
so
probably
that's-
say you because you talk the most.
Right.
Yeah, I'd say exactly the same thing.
Luke
Morgs.
Morris. It's actually between Ben and I, and I pipped him by 1 vote.
Oh shame.
So Ben actually tells the best stories, but it's because he has the juiciest dumb ones, like standing up at the wedding, talking nonsense and
What,
whatever.
selling you out?
Yeah. So it's the stories are good, not the
Recap?
teller. No.
How you
you
gonna-
gonna check the episode?
How are you gonna walk down an aisle with a girl
All right, that's
and
enough.
blame Ben?
That is enough. And it was the exit aisle.
Where were you going?
Anyway, best advice for 2020. So this is
Well, I know this ain't gonna
part
be
of
me.
the
Yeah,
single
definitely
men
not
give
Morgs.
advice. And actually, this is the second one in a row that someone got 0.
I got y'all.
And
Heard you loud and clear.
it's a tie for second place, and I'm at the top. Only 1 vote ahead, so it was actually pretty close all around, except for the guy
Who got 0?
I'm not gonna say; it might embarrass Ben. I mean, no, it wasn't Ben that got 0. Right, next one up is we're now getting into the actual episodes and the guests. So this one is 2020 Guest of the Year, and the options were Abby, who came on earlier on in the podcast, higher up in the year.
You're in
And her-
pre-lockdown. The first lockdown.
Correct. And her episode was our guest went viral, and she went viral for dancing to, I don't even know what the song is. That was actually a fun episode.
On
I
TikTok,
enjoyed that
right?
one. Yeah, on TikTok, Twitter, and she posted somewhere else, Instagram or something. I can't remember.
White
now.
collar.
If you want to see that, just go back to that. Yeah, white collar.
I can think of a couple more trends she could hop on.
Anyway, the next one is
But-
Mike,
bust it.
Mike, who was the recovered COVID patient. Then we have Becky and Bella, who gave relationship advice questions.
Yeah, we
No,
just
just general
we-
like questions.
we just reversed it, like
Yeah,
advice
we
for
re-
guys from
We
girls.
flipped the
Yeah.
script. Yeah. And then the next one was me because we only had 3 guests, and that was average guy to triathlete. So I'm taking me out of it. So between the 3, it was actually a tie for the winner.
I'm gonna have to go for
But keep in mind that we're
Abby.
tie breaking now.
I know.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah,
I don't think Mike was
one
really
single
competing with
person
Abby.
Won, despite I know there's a tiebreak.
No,
No,
no.
I would
That's
say
okay.
I would say probably Abby, and then maybe the COVID guy, just because I think people might have been really interested. But
No way.
Yeah.
Between it's definitely Abby and then Becky and
What
Bella.
about you, Luke?
Yeah, I would probably say Abby too.
So the tie was between Abby and Becky and Bella.
Yeah.
And I guess we just tie broke it. Clean sweep for Abby. So well done.
I
Congratulations.
mean, she did have the
to
more
her.
polarizing audience.
I just, to be honest, I enjoyed that episode filming more. That's where my vote comes from. But anyway, so 2020 guest of the year for There's Noel in Podcast is Abby. Check out her episode if you want to do that. Then the next one is best story by a guest, and that one was actually close between Abby and I, but again I'm taking myself out, and she won that again. So she won best story and guest of the year. Following that up, we have the guest you'd most likely want to return. This one was not really very subscribed to in terms of the voting.
But I think this was the last one, right? So you'd expect some of the votes to die off.
Yeah. So we had, again, it was between Becky and Bella and Abby, and
And Mike.
well, Mike got 0. So.
We
Sorry, Mike.
we appreciated you, Mike.
It's true. And Becky and Bella actually won that one. So the guests they'd want to return is Becky and Bella, but Abby had a clean sweep for the rest of the guest awards. So congratulations to them, and we thank them a lot for coming on. We enjoyed filming with everybody, so that was good. And then we also put a question out: what new guests would you like to hear from in 2021? And we had 2 responses. One was Auntie June, which for the people that don't know is my mother.
She doesn't even listen to the episode, so I'm not sure how you're gonna get her on one.
Oh, she does. She just doesn't listen to the ones that I say, Mom, turn off now. Mom, that wasn't to turn off now. You can keep listening. So if we could pull that one off, I think that would be a great episode. But I don't know how likely that one is.
Auntie Yoon?
If you write into us, I'll show her how many people want her to come on, and she may do it.
Yeah, maybe send us some questions that you think might be
True,
funny
actually.
to ask, but nothing unreasonable, please.
Or inappropriate, because then she'll definitely not come. And then somebody else says someone interesting. So I think everyone is thinking that.
suggestion.
Who said that?
Solid.
Who said that?
I don't have it here. It's anonymous. It's anonymous. We now have episode of the year. 2020 episode of the year. The options were taken straight from how many people actually listen to each episode. We have, again, Abby, guest went viral. We have Mike, the COVID patient. Becky and Bella, girls answer questions. And Abby swept that one as well. So she has episode of the year and guest of the year, which I guess makes sense. Then we've got the biggest flop episode of the year, and for this one we've got the quarantine pickup lines, episode 5, where it all started.
Shocking.
Episode 9.5. We tackled the 8th grade, episode 8. Which one are we going for? Flop of the year.
Quarantine pickup lines. I can still remember what Ben's was.
Actually, I'm gonna roll that clip. That was pretty good. It was like, actually, I'm gonna roll it.
Pretty
It
good.
was pretty good in a bad way.
I'll go first just because of it, all right? Just listening, all
Okay.
right?
That's
All right. So, are you from Tennessee? Because you just fell from heaven. Hold it.
Wait, what?
Terrible.
So, pickup lines actually won with 2 votes. Not by 2 votes, with 2 votes.
Yeah, and total votes was 5. So you can clearly see a drop off.
Yeah,
at the
drop
end.
off any votes.
No one was interested.
And the final thing we put up was, we put up a thank you for everybody who listened this year, which we genuinely really appreciate. Everybody who listened, for the people who liked our stuff, who forwarded it, who posted it on their Instagram, all that. We really appreciate you guys. And 15 people at the end rated us on a scale of, I guess,
0 to heart love eyes.
yeah, 0 to heart eyes. I'll try and throw it up on the screen so you can check YouTube. And it was all the way up to full heart eyes. So we'll take that W. And we'll move on to the
Best
final
guests.
segment, which is our top fans, I guess,
I'm
top
not guests, yeah,
followers
fans.
for the year.
Mhm.
And for this one, obviously, as I said earlier, it's based on a couple of criteria. For the most part, someone who followed us on Instagram. So do that. We're still looking for our 200. I think we're 5 or 6 away. Then someone who mentioned to us whenever we put out an episode, they would say, "Oh, I like that episode," or "I thought this," or "I thought that," good or bad. Is someone that if they saw us in person might say it. They may answer the questions when we put them up. They may DM us separately to say whatever or give us ideas. So we put that into criteria. First, we're gonna say this year 9 people shared our podcast, and I'm actually just gonna name them all to encourage everybody to do it. We really appreciate when people take the time to share our stuff. So Ravina, she shared it. Shane shared it. Jason shared it. Barbados Vibes or BIM Vibes on Instagram,
BIM vibes.
they shared it. Jared shared it. Wholesome Kitchen, who we did a Christmas episode where we made peppermint bar. You could check that episode out. They shared it. Alexis shared it. And 2 Jakes, 1 Bailey, 1 Chiato shared it. So thank you guys for sharing our stuff, and we appreciated it. And hopefully we can continue with that next year.
I shared it.
Yeah, but you're a host, you dumbass. We also need to make a special mention to Chloe for our shirts and our logo.
Just these ones.
Yeah, these are our old YouTube shirts, and these are ones from Chloe, so check that out. Then we have some names just for people who comment and not just have commented once before, they regularly comment and they help us out. So Dom, Jess, Lily, Sam, Abby, Ashley. Mostly girls, so that's good. They must be looking at the relationship advice ones.
Clearly.
But yeah, we
just saw
appreciate
4 single men. Oh,
well,
3.5.
3 in a technical.
3 in a technical.
But yeah, we appreciate you guys commenting, letting us know. Sometimes we get negative feedback from them, but you know what? Feedback's feedback.
Still appreciated.
Yeah, for sure.
We call it constructive criticism over here.
And that leads us up to our top 5 fans, which are not really ordered. We know we haven't included everyone, which we apologize, but these are the ones that stood out for us this year. Our top 5 fans are Shane, Sam, Lily, Dom, and Jess. So thank you guys. We really appreciate you, all 5 especially. And I guess to wrap it all up, I did a quick, I'm a guy for stats, so I did a quick look at our Instagram and our Buzzsprout. And just to update everyone on the stats, our goal for this year was to get to 500 listens. We're now at 1,850, so we blew that one out. The most listened place is Buzzsprout for 678, Apple 522, Spotify 272. The most listened place is Barbados, 914, Canada 354, the US 241, the UK 141, France, which is kind of weird, 67, which is quite a lot for people who don't speak French. And then our total views on YouTube now stand at 60,290, 700 or about 800 of which were from the podcast, which we only started posting in the last maybe 3 or 4 months. The most watched episode on YouTube was Merry Christmas from the first Noel in podcast, which was our Christmas episode. If you haven't checked that one out, feel free. Or feel free to check out any of the other ones from episode 10, which are all up on YouTube, so you can go and check those out. The most liked Instagram that we put out this year was Learn to Cook with Wholesome Kitchen. Shout out Wholesome Kitchen and Michaela.
Boy, did I learn.
Yeah, that was actually a very fun video to do and to film and just, yeah. And then our most shared or DM'd Instagram was we tackled an 8th grade test. Spoiler alert, Morgan's afraid of bananas.
I'm so afraid, I just don't like them.
What's funny is like 17 people DM'd or shared that around, which is kind of funny. Anyway, so to close out the episode, our sponsor,
Canvas Prints by NewTek transforms your photography, art, and family photos into ready-to-hang, high-quality canvas wall art. To check us out or place an order, look for us on Instagram and Facebook under canvasprints.newtek and click the link in our bio to place an order. In our Canvas print order form, you have the option of providing a personal image for your Canvas print or selecting an image from Shutterstock that we can provide for you. We offer a list of sizes such as 8x10, 12x16, 8x22, But if you have a particular size in mind, just let us know and we offer custom sizes too. So that's canvasprints.newtech on Instagram and Facebook.
This year we'll be hopefully looking to get a sponsor just to help us through the year, in terms of it costs us a little bit of money every month to keep the podcast running and keep the episodes live for you guys. And if anyone's interested in sponsoring an episode on the show, you can let us know. You can contact the show on Instagram, or Morgan or I on Instagram, or if you have our numbers or whatever, just let us know. We really appreciate that. Luke, where can they find you?
On Instagram, Luke_Hunt47.
Ben?
Ben or Noel, I think.
You can find Morgan at Morgan_AER, myself at MatthewN11, or you can find the show, There's Noel in Podcast, on Instagram, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or iHeartRadio. I just like saying that. I don't know why. We'll check you next time.
Interesting.
Peace.